is the Week 14, 2023 NFL TV map. It just got released a few minutes ago. I was looking up about like 15 minutes, so it was on there. It's released about probably 5 minutes ago. It's a map that the national broadcast already picked. Obviously, at the start of the season, like months in advance for regular season. And, preseason as well, they're picked like I believe in probably May or June or whatever. So whoever makes these can, do them far in advance, and change if need be, Anyways, the national broadcasts are Thursday Night Football, New England at Pittsburgh. This was picked prior to the start of the year, but it's not very even fun. Pittsburgh, New England is 2-10. Pittsburgh and going absolutely nowhere. Pittsburgh is 7-5. Just gonna be with Amazon. Sunday Night Philadelphia and Dallas on NBC. That's a huge big one. 10-2 Philadelphia, 9-3 Dallas. That's a good one. Green Bay and my Giants. That's picked prior to the start of the year. And it was not they haven't flexed. They only flexed one Monday night week 15. The Kansas City Chiefs at New England Patriots game. They flexed that out of Monday Night Football because it would be a blow. They put on Sunday and Fox because they took a Fox game, so they replaced it with another Fox game. They placed, which makes sense. It was the 3:25 window, the 4:25 Eastern window game. They took one out of that window, the secondary game, and replaced it with a noon game. Because obviously, whichever one Fox protects, Fox or protection. But if the other one Fox didn't protect, look how they take it, because both are good games. And we made in my Giants. ABC's Joe Triplin, and they have 2 Monday nights. Tennessee at Miami and ESPN with Chris Feller, Bruce and Ian Orlovsky. Now they're both Monday nights, starting at the same time. They tested them on week 2, with one on ESPN starting at 7:15 Eastern, one on ABC starting at 8:15 Eastern, and then week 8:30 Eastern, I believe. And they tested one on week 3 ESPN with ABC starting at 7:15 Eastern, and then the 8:30 Eastern game was on ESPN. That's what they tested on. They tested out, or they had Sports Center on ESPN, or on ABC, excuse me. They had Sports Center Scott Van Pelt on ABC instead, and they had it maybe running a little bit on ESPN. But I'm just kind of surprised though they didn't just do it to where for the remaining time up on ABC, they just didn't show the secondary game. I'm kind of, I'm just kind of surprised. And then New England, Pittsburgh, simulcast on WFXT, Fox 5, Boston, Massachusetts area, and WPX, NBC on Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. They don't need a simulcast like the areas you normally see them. New England Patriots games on Sundays. You're not going to be over the air or on the cable or whatever. You're not going to be able to see them, over the air. You're going to just watch on Amazon. This is only immediate market area for simulcast. And Tennessee, Miami will be on WTVF, CBS 5 in Nashville, and WSFL, the CW, in 39, channel 39 in Miami, in Arizona, and Washington both have bites this week. That's the last week of bites. This week is, we're going back to 16 games each week. We're going back to 12 on Sundays. Well, not right away. We're not going back to 12 on Sundays. Because we have there's the NFL's Saturday showcase games. 3 on Saturday next week. So we're going back to 9 on Sundays. Next week is 9 on Sunday. 6. 10. Well, 10 during the Sunday afternoon news. That is. And then we have week 16, which is 2 on Saturday one for NBC because they can't. Usually they show a Christmas Day game, but since it fell, Christmas is on a Monday, and ESPN Monday Football only shows Christmas. Only shows games, when it falls with Christmas Day or Eve, or it falls with Monday Football. Well, then they show Monday Football. And that's exactly what they're doing. There's 2 on NBC, one for the Sunday Night Football, which is being replaced with Christmas Eve game that NFL Network usually shows. And Christmas Eve specialty, and it's being replaced with, in the Sunday game, obviously, the Christmas game is being replaced with a game in Peacock. So there's 5. And there's a Thursday night as well. There's 3 on Christmas Day. 1 on Fox, 1 on CBS, 1 on ESPN, 1 on ABC, because ESPN is going to show NBA regular season, because ABC is going to show an exclusive show the NFL game, because obviously the NFL regular season is almost over, so that takes priority. So you're going to have 9 on this Sunday afternoon windows. And then week 17 is the week where there's 12 Sunday afternoon in both window games, So then we'll have week 6 games on Sundays. So let's go check out. So most of the country in CBS early windows is for Jacksonville, Cleveland. And we face for Jacksonville is Eden 4. But that's heartbreaker loss without Trevor Lawrence. I mean, this backup CJ Beathard doesn't go bad. Just in the first drive, you got your rhythm going a little bit. But then it's hard to get your rhythm going. When you haven't played and you're playing in overtime, and it was working out a little bit, but then just didn't get too much, going. And then the defense played well for Jacksonville that overtime. Just enough for a field goal, just enough for a field goal. And then Houston, New Jets. That's what the New Jersey is, by the way, Jets of Cleveland. Cleveland, I believe, is like 7-5 or so. They're pretty good, so it's not a good spot, Houston, well, that's what they had used their third string, Joe Flacco, so maybe their second string maybe they can do a little better. Houston, New York Jets, Dallas, it's all Texas, a little bit of Oklahoma, they got some, and Arkansas Station, or on the border, let's say, maybe Shreveport, Louisiana Station, goes into Louisiana a little bit, and then same with people get like on the border with Texas Station. maybe Texas, repeater of the Houston station, close to Louisiana. And then most of Arkansas, not all of it, a little bit of Oklahoma. It's like a Texas or Arkansas station on the border. And a little bit El Paso station in Texas, and also a lot of repeaters from Texas stations. And maybe just Texas transmitting. And that's in New York. We have basically New York City area, New Jersey, Connecticut, Vermont, Massachusetts. And then a little bit of Albany, Maine area. And just not quite Syracuse area. And then that is commercial green. Houston is 751. New York Jets are 4-8. So you're not looking too hot. Tampa Bay, Atlanta. Atlanta's 5-6. Tampa Bay. Atlanta's 6-6. No, Atlanta's 6-6 with the New Jets. And Atlanta is 6-6 with Tampa Bay is 4-7. That's the spread eats amateur. That's the bottom feeder game of the day. And I don't blame them, you know. I mean, maybe it's Houston, New York Jets, just because New York Jets aren't doing nothing impressive. I mean, neither is this game, though. I mean, you got a little bit of Tennessee, the Baton Rouge, New Orleans area, a little bit of Arkansas, most of Mississippi. Not all of Alabama, like not the Birmingham area, up on there, choose to show me, because they aren't showing it. Alabama doesn't have a team. But just like about half of them. About 2/3, half, 3/4. Maybe. Not all of Alabama. Not all of Georgia's going to show this game. Either, though. And a tiny little bit in South Carolina. Tiny little bit in Tennessee and North Carolina. And then Tampa Bay and Fort Myers, just a bare minimum in. I think I showed in Florida. And then Indianapolis, since Tom McCarthy, James off, and Jay Bailey. Now it's going to be about half of Illinois, I would say, maybe even 2. And then all of Indiana, most of Kentucky, and the Cincinnati, Ohio areas. And then the CBS, the late window. Obviously, most of the country is going to show Buffalo and Kansas City, because that's a huge match. Kansas City, with the loss, did fall. Buffalo into like 4th, but Buffalo's looking to regain playoff, but stay in the playoff hunt with a win. A win would even put them in the hunt still. They would not necessarily be in with a win. You know? Even if the season was done, just that game, they would not be in it necessarily, but it might be something where, like they're close, like they're close to winning, or close to being in the playoffs, But they could probably possibly improve, with a win. It wouldn't hurt them at all if they won. No, so they need to win to make the playoffs. And then we have Denver Archers, Andrew Callan, Matt Ryan. It's LA and San Diego, San Diego, Bakersfield areas. A little bit Arizona, New Mexico. Most of New Mexico is showing this. All of Colorado, all of Utah, some of Nevada, some Idaho, some Montana, some Wyoming, some South Dakota, as well as Nebraska is shown in this game. Now let's go to the CBS, the Fox one. So we have Seattle. We have the main game here. Seattle, San Francisco late. The late window, as you can see, at 4:05 Eastern, and rightfully so. San Francisco is at 9-3 with an impressive win over Philadelphia. Made for the 10-2. They're only a game behind for the top spot in the NFC in the conference in the playoffs. Seattle is 6-6, and they had a good game against Dallas on Thursday Night Football on Amazon last week. However, they just couldn't get it done. It was a good game though. It was a really good game though. So we're going to see a Seattle bounce back from that. Most of the country's going to see that game. However, there is going to be a good swap of the country that chooses to show LA Rams at Baltimore. And that's Los Angeles or San Diego area. We have Wyoming, a little of Nebraska, most of it Denver, most of them Colorado, most of Kansas, and not all of Missouri, but some of most of Missouri, a little bit of Kentucky, and Illinois, mainly 20%. CG station of Missouri. And that station will take up Tennessee. And you just look at that station. See, I was at Baltimore. And then we have Chicago and Detroit. And that's going to be Nebraska. And a little bit of Iowa, and a little bit of Kansas. And we have a little bit of Iowa, as you can see, there's some of Iowa. Most of Illinois. A little bit of St. Louis, Missouri area. See the game? And EW area. And then we have 14 areas. Sweet Ohio. We have all of Lower Michigan, most of Upper Michigan, except for a tiny little bit. About half, 2/3 of Wisconsin. I'm going to show that game. And we have Carolina and New Orleans. That's in Chicago's with Emily Mark Schroeder. Detroit is 9-3. Or 8. Are they 9-3? Yeah, they're 9-3 overall. They're hot start over New Orleans, but New Orleans came back well. And they're 4-8 Chicago. And the Rams are 6-6, and Baltimore is 9-3. So you can see why a lot of these AFC teams are trying to show while the Rams at Baltimore, AFC teams. Because obviously you'll see, if Baltimore struggles, or if, Baltimore's still in the number 1 overall. We have Louisville also is shown the Rams, Baltimore, and all Virginia, West Virginia, some of Ohio, a little bit of Kentucky, it's near West Virginia, a little bit of North Carolina, Tennessee, Florida area, and a little bit of Georgia, it's in the Tennessee, Florida area, and the Miami area, West Palm Beach area. For some reason, a little bit of Fort Myers area showing Chicago. I don't know if there's like, for whatever reason, maybe someone went to college, the big time colleges there in Fort Myers. Just like, or high school there or something, some connection there. Or just showing a random game for whatever reason. And we have most of New York is showing that game, except for New York City area. And we have most of Pennsylvania except for the Philadelphia and metro area, Philadelphia, Eagles area. And we have all of Vermont, Maine, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island. No, that up there, no, no. Then we have Carolina and New Orleans, like I said. It's mainly Carolina 1 and 11, while New Orleans is 5 and 7. It's not a very mental game. Obviously, it's just going to be shown in the main areas they have to show it in. Pretty much. Yep, like Carolina, like most of North Carolina, most of South Carolina, most of all Louisiana. We have a tiny little Texas, it's Louisiana stations. And then Arkansas, tiny little Oklahoma, it's Arkansas stations. I forgot to say Oklahoma, yeah, that's true. Other areas of Baltimore as well. Then we have a little of Tennessee, that's, and a little bit of Arkansas, most of Arkansas actually. Oh, Mississippi, that is, most of Mississippi. Yeah, or all of Mississippi actually. And then we have a little bit of Florida, I believe, that gets will be Alabama station. And Montgomery in Alabama. But even the Birmingham area, I remember them used to showing them these games, wrestling games, because he was new to the NFL. Birmingham, Alabama is where the Alabama Crimson Tide play their football. Is where the university is located. Or you went to play college football there, but they're never showing these games. And then we have Kevin Burger, Ray Wilson, they're showing shootout San Francisco Late. In Minnesota, Las Vegas. Kevin Kugler, Mark Sanchez. This is intriguing. Minnesota is 6-6. They're 6th in the NFC playoff race. Well, I believe Las Vegas is 5-7. I'm not too sure. I believe are they 5-7? Yes, they're 5-7. 6, 5-7. So it's very intriguing, especially for Minnesota's sake. If Las Vegas loses, if Las Vegas loses, it's intriguing for Las Vegas too, because if they lose, they'll probably be out of the playoffs. Because there's the bottom teams right now in the AFC are 7-5, and there's other 7-5 teams waiting. If one of those teams happens to falter to 7-6. So then for Las Vegas, they have won all 4 in a row, in order to make the playoffs, pretty much, which might not even happen, even if it did happen, they might not even make the playoffs. Probably won't, so. This is a do or die game for Las Vegas. In Minnesota, it's not a do or die game for us, for Minnesota. But mean, they do need a tiebreaker over the Packers because they beat the Packers. And they have more conference wins. You know, so. But they just don't want to, you know, like, you know, lose this game. They cannot afford to lose it. You know, especially with Green Bay playing against a really red-hot Green Bay team, taking a struggling New York Giants team on Monday Night Football. He can't afford that, you know. You know, in Seattle, I mean, they're playing a really good team, but if they end up winning one, because they didn't win one last week, but if they win one this week, you know, that'd be pretty good for them, you know. You know, Seattle, I could see them getting one, you know, eventually getting one. They've just been struggling, you know, against San Francisco last week time. But, Geno Smith wasn't 100%. Now Geno Smith's back to 100%. And he was looking, you know, solid, you know, just a little short, you know. Just a little short, but still good, you know. You know, still good performance by Seattle. So let's see. It's still Las Vegas area in Nevada. Then we have a little bit in Wyoming and Montana. Well, so North and South Dakota, all of it. A little bit in Nebraska. We have all Minnesota. About, I'd say like a third. Probably a third of Wisconsin. You know, I would say probably a third of Wisconsin. Tiny little bit in Upper Michigan. That's like Wisconsin Station, or you know, probably a Wisconsin Transmitter Station, or maybe there's you know, that's showing this game. And then most of Iowa, a little bit of Missouri that gets like an Iowa station. I think it's on like an Iowa Transmitter Station, probably close to the border, Iowa border, you know. Or maybe an Iowa main station, you know, close to the border, Iowa Missouri border. And that's, so that is it for the Week 14 NFL team for 2023. Now for Week 15, there are a bunch of games on, like I said, 6 on national TV windows. On Thursday, LA Chargers Las Vegas on Amazon. That's going to be on simulcast. You have Minnesota Cincinnati, FL. That's going to be simulcast. Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, FL. 4:30 Eastern. That's going to be simulcast. And 8:15 Eastern, Denver, Detroit. That's going to be simulcast as well locally. Minnesota Cincinnati, FL. 1 Eastern. Saturday, that's going to be simulcast. So, Cincinnati, Baltimore, Jacksonville. A really, really good Monday night. 15 still. Better Monday night, but not the best Monday night they could have had. You know, Cove Prep, I mean, it's still a really good Monday night, though. Baltimore and Jacksonville is the best game of the day bunch, but Denver, Detroit is really solid. Pittsburgh, Indianapolis is really good. Cincinnati's quarterback's so good, man. So, I mean, Minnesota, let's see. I mean, there's still some good contests in NFL that they could pick, you know. I wish they could pick from, but this is all you are pretty solid as well, so from what they had to pick with, makes sense. And then Monday night is Philadelphia on ABC simulcast, but it's on ABC, so nationally, so not over the air, so doesn't need some has the same amount as well as NBC, doesn't need to be simulcast. And the CBS signal is New York Jets, Miami, Tampa Bay, Green Bay, Houston, Tennessee, and Washington, LA Rams, late the 4 or 5 Eastern window. It'll be the 1:05 p.m. Pacific window for them. Same with San Francisco. Might be the 1:05 Pacific, or maybe the 2:05, you know. So Arizona has a clear day time. But we'll see, you know. The best game I'm gonna see today? That's hard. Because CCS has no amazing games. I would say maybe if you would want to pick San Francisco, Arizona, just for San Francisco. Because Arizona did pull out that stunner against Pittsburgh when, granted, it was, I don't know, stopping and going, for Pittsburgh, because of the rain delay, the lightning delays in at the stadium, and so they didn't really have the rhythm, as much, maybe, if they had to, say, get the ball first, out of the delay, so, so we'll see in that one, but maybe San Francisco game. Okay, maybe I could see people picking San Francisco just for San Francisco. But maybe Tampa Bay and Green Bay is actually the best game, just because, Tampa Bay is 5-7. Maybe possibly 6-7. The win over Atlanta. And Green Bay could go to be 7-6 with a win over New York Giants. Or they'd be in my Giants, or they'd be 6-7 with lost in my Giants. So both teams could be pretty much identical records going that game. So I could see Tampa Bay and Green Bay being best game. Maybe New York Jets is just for Miami. But the Jets been struggling, so I don't know on that one. It's probably not gonna be one national game. There'll probably be one game with national announcer was Janae's Tyrone. One of these games, and then I need Charles Davis will be the second big game. But there'll be big games. There won't be one big, huge national game. I mean, in terms of announcers, though, but there'll be one big national game. I'm guessing. There'll be big swaps in the country where you'll see like New York Jets, Miami, Houston, Tennessee, Tampa Bay, Green Bay, Russian, Iran, San Francisco, Arizona, And then for Fox, late Dallas and Buffalo is obviously national, but Kansas City, but the best early window game. Fox. I mean, maybe it's. Maybe they put Kansas City, New England as the Fox early window game. National because it was going to be Sunday night. It was going to be Monday Night Football. But they decided to move to the Fox early window. Rightfully so. Or maybe Chicago, Cleveland. Gets a featured game. And Atlanta, Carolina's not going to be featured because Carolina's not even in the playoff picture. They lost to them. Found the 1-11. And then Chicago, Cleveland. Cleveland's still pretty good and solid in the playoffs. Chicago, is fighting for a spot. Fighting for a spot. So maybe if Chicago wins week 14, then maybe they get put in. Or Detroit. I don't know. I could still see these games. Maybe in Atlanta, Carolina, not so much. New York Giants runs. Maybe a little bit bigger swaps. Maybe Chicago, Cleveland, Kansas City, or some of these games. I could see them being put like just various spots all over the country. If your team's not playing, to your Jets, Miami. If your team's not being played on Fox, Kansas City, so maybe AFC teams areas, you could see for Kansas City's sake, see they somehow lose to New England, and they'll be put in AFC team areas, that fighting in the playoff race, as well, so who knows, but it's probably Kansas City, New England, or Chicago, Cleveland, but these games, maybe Chicago, Cleveland, Kansas City, could have bigger swaps around the country, They strategic, and that games gets placed, around the country. Teams that, don't have a Sun Fox early game. They're local teams that play Fox early, and then, can't, those teams are in, the Cleveland, gets put in, AFC markets, or in wildcard markets, team markets, team watching areas where, and they normally would get Sunday games, normally see a Sunday game, because, those fans, when they see how, maybe Cleveland does, same with Kansas City, maybe the division leaders, the other 3 division leaders, how was Kansas City doing, they'll place down around the country in those areas, where they normally see Sunday, their local team on that same area, on Fox would just get Kansas City and so we'll see, I'm guessing. But really, just because there's so many good games on week 15 on national news that besides Dallas and Buffalo, Fox lead. But CBS and Fox, they make up for it, week 16. There's actually 7. Yeah, Dallas and Fox. And then probably it's going to be tremendous with Fox early window. This is Christmas Eve. And then CBS 7 is probably the future game is probably going to be Cleveland and Houston. In right place, so. This was Fox early window. And Dallas and Miami is Fox lead, which definitely fair,